The wind moves across the wide open fields. Horses run free under a sky that glows with golden light. A single voice rises above the silence. When life changes forever, the heart must find a new way to beat. This is not just another season. It is the beginning of a story that will test love, family, and the power of second chances. For years, the ranch has been more than just land. It has been a place of healing, of growth, and of love. Amy has walked these fields carrying both joy and pain, but always finding strength in the bond she shares with her horses. Every sunrise has brought her back to the rhythm of this place. Every sunset has reminded her that the heart can endure. She has faced heartbreak, she has carried loss, and yet she stands steady and strong. At the very center of Heartland, the ranch is not only Amy's home, it is the memory of everyone who came before her. Every fence post holds a story. Every trail carries the echo of laughter and tears. This is where she learned to love without fear, and where she learned that true healing takes time. The world beyond Heartland may change, but here the spirit of family remains. Still, Amy knows that time does not stop. Seasons move forward, and with them come new challenges. The familiar hills are the same, but her journey is about to turn in a direction she never imagined. She has held on to the past, but now a new voice will enter her life. A voice that stirs something deep inside her. It is not about forgetting. It is about moving forward, step by step, toward something unknown but alive with possibility. The camera lingers on the ranch. The barn doors creak open. Fields stretch endless under the sky. The horses gallop across the pasture. In the silence of the morning, Amy breathes deeply, her hand brushing against the warm coat of her horse. She does not speak, but the look in her eyes tells a story. She is ready, though she does not yet know what for. The world of Heartland is steady, but change is coming like a storm on the horizon. This is the ground where stories are born, where struggles are faced, and where love finds new meaning. Heartland is more than a ranch. It is a heartbeat. It is a promise. And it is the place where Amy's next chapter will begin. A shadow appears on the edge of Heartland. A stranger, yet not a stranger, steps onto the land that has always belonged. To Amy's world, his name is Nathan. He carries the kind of silence that speaks louder than words. He is not here by chance. He has come searching for something that even he cannot fully explain. And in the quiet of the ranch, his path collides with Amy's. The first time she sees him, it is not with fireworks or grand words. It is simple. A man repairing a broken fence. A man brushing down a horse with steady hands. A man whose presence feels both new and familiar. Amy does not know why, but something about him stirs the air around her. She has always trusted her instincts with horses. Now, for the first time in a long while, her instincts whisper about a human connection. Nathan is not a man who reveals himself easily. His past is tucked away like letters left unopened. He speaks less, but when he does, his words carry weight. The ranch tests him. The long days, the hard work, the endless challenges, he meets them head-on, as if proving to himself that he belongs here. And in those moments, Amy watches quietly from a distance. She sees the way he moves with patience, the way the horses respond to him, the way the silence between them does not feel empty. The land itself seems to recognize him. The horses breathe easier around him. The dogs follow him without command. It is as if Heartland has been waiting for him too. But Nathan is not here to replace anyone. He is here because he has his own battles, his own wounds, his own reasons for needing this place. Amy senses that. She does not push. She does not demand. Instead, she lets the story unfold as the days pass, one after the other, like pages in a book she cannot put down. For Amy, the question is no longer if she can move forward. The question is how. Can she open her heart again without fear of breaking? Can she let someone stand beside her without losing herself? Nathan does not have the answers, does not promise anything. But sometimes the strongest connections are built not on promises, but on presence. And with every sunrise over the ranch, his presence grows harder to ignore. The music swells here. The camera follows Amy walking through the fields, Nathan in the distance, carrying tools, his figure outlined against the sky. Their paths do not touch yet. But the story makes it clear, they will. Because Heartland has always been about second chances. And Nathan is the beginning of one. But peace on the ranch never lasts forever. Heartland has always been a place of healing, but it is also a place where storms break the silence. Trouble creeps in quietly at first. A horse refuses to be tamed. A fence gives way in the night. A business deal threatens the very land they stand on. Small things, yet together they form a wave that cannot be ignored. Amy feels the weight pressing on her, heavier with each passing day. Nathan becomes part of that struggle. His presence, once calm, now stirs questions. Some in the family wonder why he is here at all. Can they trust him? What secrets does he hide? The ranch has no room for shadows, yet Nathan carries them in his eyes. Amy sees it too. She knows he has a past, one that he is not ready to speak about. But when the land begins to suffer, when the family faces hard choices, the silence between them becomes a wall she cannot climb. The tension grows not only outside, but within Amy's heart. She has built her world on trust, on the unspoken bond with the animals she heals. And now she is asked to trust a man she barely knows. Nathan works harder than anyone, but still doubt lingers. Is he strong enough to face what lies ahead? Will his hidden scars break him before he can truly belong? The ranch itself mirrors the conflict. Skies darken, storms roll across the plains, the wind tears through the fields. Horses rear, unsettled by what they cannot name. Family voices rise in argument behind closed doors. Old wounds reopen. Amy stands in the middle of it all, the weight of Heartland on her shoulders, her heart pulled between fear and hope, and then the clash becomes impossible to avoid. A crisis forces choices that reveal more about Nathan than words ever could. In the heat of the moment, his past comes rushing to the surface. It is raw, it is painful, and it is the very thing that may cost him the chance to stay. For Amy, the truth is both a revelation and a test. Can she forgive? Can she fight for him the way she has fought for every horse, every family member, every piece of this ranch? Or will this be the moment she steps back, too afraid to risk her heart once more? The music rises into thunder. Quick cuts flash across. The screen, Amy shouting into the storm, Nathan standing alone in the rain. The ranch gates swinging open in the wind. Horses breaking free into the night. Every image sharp, every moment filled with the energy of a world on the edge of breaking. And then silence. Only Amy's voice remains, quiet but steady. Sometimes the hardest battles are not fought in the fields, but within the heart, the calm. Before the storm has ended, what once was steady begins to shake. Heartland, a place built on roots and resilience, now faces a test like never before. The land seems restless, the sky is heavy, as if nature itself senses that change cannot be stopped. And in the middle of it all, stand Amy and Nathan, drawn together and pulled apart in equal measure. Every day now feels like a battle. Horses refuse to train. Ranch work piles high. Family voices rise in disagreement, each word sharper than the last. And beneath it all, Nathan's hidden truth, the one he tried to bury, pushes its way into the light. The closer Amy draws to him, the more she feels a tan, unspoken pain that he cannot hide forever. The screen cuts quick and sharp Amy clutching a saddle. Nathan slamming a gate closed against the wind, Jack's stern voice echoing across the yard, family members watching with uneasy eyes. The pressure grows until it cannot be contained. The ranch becomes a mirror of the chaos within them, wild, unpredictable. Breaking apart at the seams, Nathan tries to prove himself. He works harder, pushes further, and yet his past follows like a shadow that will not let go. His whispers spread through the family. Can he be trusted? Should he even be here? Every step forward he takes with Amy feels like 2 steps back into the darkness he cannot escape. And Amy, caught between doubt and belief, must decide whether to guard her heart or take the leap that could change everything. The music swells with strings and drums, beating like a racing heart. The cuts grow faster, Amy shouting in the rain. Nathan riding hard across the fields, horses breaking through fences, storms crashing over the ranch, and then silence. The camera closes in on Amy's face, her breath trembling in the cold air. Her eyes close. She whispers words that carry the weight of every season before this one. Sometimes the hardest choice is the one that scares you the most. And in that moment, the screen bursts alive again. Flash after flash of me reaching for Nathan's hand. Nathan turning away, Jack's voice breaking with anger, the ranch in chaos, the family divided. Every shot a piece of the storm. Every frame a reminder that nothing worth holding on to comes without a fight. The narrator's voice returns, low. But powerful, love is not simple, trust is not easy, and second chances, they never come without cost. The storm has come, and no one can escape it. Heartland, once steady as the earth itself, now trembles under the pressure of secrets revealed and truths uncovered. Amy stands at the center, torn between loyalty to her family and the growing pull of something new, something she feels every time Nathan is near. But family has always been the foundation of Heartland, and when cracks appear in that foundation, the whole world shakes. Arguments spill into the open, voices raised at the dinner table, old wounds pulled into the light. Amy feels them all. Every word, every doubt cuts deep. And Nathan, caught in the middle, is forced to face questions he can no longer run from. His past, long buried, now demands to be answered. The screen shifts to tight, breathless images. Jack's face etched. With anger, Lou pacing the yard. Tim slamming a gate shut. Amy's eyes filling with tears she refuses to let fall. Nathan stands alone in the barn, shadows wrapping around him like chains. He wants to belong. He wants to fight for this place, for this family, for Amy. But belonging comes at a price, and the ranch, for all its open fields and endless skies, has no room for half-truths. The music rises, pounding with urgency, and the cuts grow faster. Horses thrashing in the storm. Amy reaching out, but her hand catching only empty air. Nathan turning his back as if leaving, but pausing as if torn in two. Every frame carries weight. Every beat draws the tension tighter. This is no longer about the ranch alone. It is about the heart. Amy's heart. Nathan's heart. And whether they can survive what is breaking around them. A single voice cuts through the chaos. Amy's quiet but resolute. We cannot heal if we are too afraid to feel. Her words hang in the air, a fragile thread of hope against the storm. For a moment, the world holds its breath. The screen lingers on her face, the struggle clear in her eyes, and then another crash of images. Nathan dropping to his knees beside a wounded horse. Amy running across the yard in the pouring rain. Jack slamming the barn door shut. The family divided, the ranch under strain, every heartbeat echoing louder and louder. The narrator's voice deepens when the heart is tested. When love is on the line, the choice is never easy. But without risk, there is no reward. Without trust, there is no future. And without love, there is no Heartland. The night falls heavy over Heartland. Rain lashes against the windows. The wind howls through the trees. It is not just the weather. That rages it is everything that has been building, now breaking free all at once. This is the storm the ranch has been bracing for, the storm that no one can outrun. In the barn, voices collide. Accusations fly. Secrets spill into the open like thunder shattering the sky. Jack's voice is sharp. Lou's is pleading. Tim's is defiant. And Nathan's silent, his jaw tight, his eyes carrying the weight of every mistake, every regret, every truth he has tried to bury. Amy stands in the middle, her heart torn in two, trying to hold together a family that feels like it is slipping from her grasp. The screen cuts fast, horses panicking against the storm. Lightning cracking above the fields, Nathan throwing himself into danger as he tries to calm the chaos. He grips the reins of a frightened horse, his body braced against the storm, while Amy runs to his side. Their eyes meet in the chaos, her fear, his determination, and for one heartbeat the world seems to stop. But then the storm pushes harder, the fence gives way. The herd breaks loose. The ranch becomes a battlefield of nature and emotion, where every decision matters. Amy shouts for Nathan, her voice nearly drowned by the thunder. He does not hesitate. He throws himself forward, risking everything. Not for glory, not for redemption, but for the ranch, for the family. For her, the music crescendos, pounding like the storm itself. Every image is sharp, fast, relentless. Nathan pulling a horse to safety. Amy reaching out through the rain, Jack watching with a mix of fear and reluctant respect. The storm is merciless, but so are the hearts that refuse to give up. In the stillness after a crash of thunder, Nathan finally speaks. His voice is rough, broken, but clear. I came here because I needed a second chance. I stayed because of you. The words hang in the air, heavy and true. Amy feels them like the lightning itself, dangerous, powerful, impossible to ignore. The storm does not end yet. The wind still screams, the rain still falls, but in the middle of the chaos, something changes. Not peace. Not yet. But the first spark of it. Choice made in the heart of the storm, to fight not against each other but for each other. And as the screen fades into black for a moment, the narrator's voice cuts through, low and steady. Sometimes the storm is not the end. Sometimes it is the beginning. The storm has passed, but the echoes remain. The fields glisten with rain. Broken fences stand as scars of the night before. The ranch is battered, but it still stands, and so do the people within it. For Amy, the silence after the chaos is louder than the thunder itself. She walks through the yard, the morning sun breaking through clouds, her breath steady, her heart still racing from everything that has happened. Nathan is there too. He does not speak at first. His hands are rough, his clothes torn, his body exhausted from the fight. Yet his eyes, those eyes that once hid so much, now hold only truth. He has shown who he is, not with promises, but with actions. I fought for the ranch, for the family, for the chance to belong. And for Amy, that is enough. The family, still shaken, gathers in the morning light. Jack's stern face softens, though only slightly. Lou wipes away quiet tears. Even Tim, with his restless energy, stands still, watching. They all know what has been tested, and they all know what has survived. The ranch is not unbroken, but it is alive. And in that survival lies hope. The music swells gently now, not with thunder, but with warmth. Slow shots linger on the land, the horses grazing calmly, the barn doors swinging open, the first rays of sun stretching across the wide sky. Heartland breathes again. Amy steps forward, her voice carrying into the stillness. The heart can break. The heart can heal, but it never stops beating. Her words are soft, but they cut to the truth of everything. She looks toward Nathan, and in that single glance, the promise of something new is born. Not a replacement for what was lost, but a continuation, second chance, a new chapter. The final montage bursts to life. Amy riding across the field, Nathan working beside her. The family standing together on the porch, the ranch shining against the horizon. Quick flashes of drama and love hands reaching, eyes meeting, laughter breaking through the weight of tears. Every image is a thread, weaving a story that is not finished, but only beginning. The narrator's voice returns for the last time. Steady, powerful, unforgettable, love, loss, family, and second chances. This season, the heart of the ranch beats stronger than ever. The screen fades to black. A title card burns into view. Heartland Season 19. Beneath it, the words, Amy and Nathan's story. And finally, the closing promise. Only on CBS, the music fades, leaving only silence and the sound of a single heartbeat.